Let us hear what they detail it to be, the whereabout violation. Now, it says again, a whereabout violation is not a positive drug test. Meaning, if they test you and you're positive, right, as in you're guilty of drugs showing up in your system, that's not a whereabout violation. Okay, so let us hear what a whereabout violation is. So they're saying that athletes in the registered testing pool are required to regularly update their location information and make themselves available for out of competition testing. Okay, well, that's what I had thought. Some, they're not being able to know your whereabouts. Your when you should show up to take the doping test, you're not there. Okay, or anywhere near there for them to classify it as some whereabouts failure. Okay, so it says that yeah, so it says, let us read over about this paragraph here. So it says a whereabout violation is not a positive drug test. Athletes in the registered testing pool are required to regularly update their location information and make themselves available for out of competition testing.
I woke up this morning, was born out in Kingston and leaving Jamaica abroad, not to England.
This is my page, and the first post here you see in
Look a nigga stop talk. Pussy them a keep a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a keep a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Excellent process. Yeah. One bag of money. Yard one a foreign. Can't team some stay same way like me daddy. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. We advance academically and professionally, extraterrestrially and even medically. Sell we to everybody, take the molly, superfragically, list PSPally, sexually, get the dolly ben reality. In every alley, genitally make Beverly see. Up I do nally, then be clarin and them off me. No go tell Rivali, anti-valley no mediocrity. Black magic, watch fraud. Get a black puss with a black dog. A mad sus, when mad dog. I de left a bad push with the cash card. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dogs them fully advanced. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Yes, that's right there. You see me? Tough a lie, bad. Hey. Yeah, people, yo, we have a news. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if I cross it or what. But the other day, we see about 3 to 4 of our athletes that had signed up to participate for other countries in the Olympics, right? And we're seeing that their privilege and opportunity of participating for other countries, right, have, cancelled and rejected. So they never got the opportunity, right? And it would have earned them bigger money, way more money, running or participating in the Olympics for
those other country. I think the country is Turkish, right? It's Sidem country, one Sidem, one cartel. Is it? Yeah, but they had rejected them. And now this brought back all those, memories of the other four individuals who were rejected from, participating in the Olympics for the Turkish country. Now, this here, who we got here is Kerry McLeod, right? He's our Jamaican long jump star. And it's some bad news for him, right? As he was suspended for 2 years after three whereabout failures. Now, without forgetting to that, here, what is this whereabout failure that we need to understand? Because to me, it sounds like he was a no-show, and they they never know his whereabouts. So that's what I'm getting from the title. So anyway, who is Kerry McLeod? Let us look a little on his history before getting into the story of him being banned for 2 years from his long jumping, okay, because of whereabouts failure. Now let's share a little history about him. I don't know what is it about Kingston College, but it seems as if they really steer the students down a prosperous path. Sorry, but for some reason, I think three from the four that was banned from participating for Turkish, I think like three of them out of the four is from KC. You know what I mean? Or probably four of them, probably all four went to KC. But I remember covering that article about the four athletes who were rejected, right, from participating in the Olympics for Turkey. I remember that a few of them, when I was covering the story, that I had learned that a few of them had switched schools, right? So some of them had went to KC and then Rossi's High, or what I mean, KC and another school, and some went to KC and also migrated abroad, continuing school over there, and making it back to Jamaica to, you know, um, run for us and participate and represent for Jamaica. All right. So now this is a little history of Kerry McLeod, who was also a student of KC, Kingston College here in Jamaica, before moving to the University of Tennessee. I think he was one amongst the four that was rejected for participating or representing the Turkish people, I'm saying, in the Olympics. So he had continued saying that he placed himself among the top 10 triple jumping collegians in NCAA indoor history, right? The national, I don't know, NCAA. I think we had looked that up before, but I'll get to that and expose what NCAA means. But however, he placed himself among the top 10 triple jumping collegian in the National College something Association, I think. Indoor history, recording a mark of 17.17 meters to win the men's triple jump at the SEC championship in Fayetteville. As well as setting a new school record, he surpassed the 2020 Olympic qualifying standard, in addition to being the number one marked in the NCAA and number three in the world for the 2020 and 2021 indoor campaign. His effort in both the long jump and what is this? His effort in both the long jump and triple jump. Okay? Yeah, now that's just a little history of him and him rising to great acknowledgement and notoriety. Okay? Now we're going into this post and to read what it says. Now this post is by the Jamaica Tropics, right? I depend on them. They are essential to my vlogs. Okay? Shout out to the Tropics. Now, the Tropics Online stated that Jamaican long jumper Kerry McLeod has been banned from athletics for 2 years after admitting to three whereabouts failures, according to the Athletics Integrity Unit, that's the AIU. Now, he's 28 years old. So they're saying that the 28 years old, a two-time national championship and bronze medalist at the 2024 World Indoor Championships, accepted the sanction after investigators found that he breached Article 2.4 of the World Athletic Anti-Doping Rule. Damn. A whereabout violation is not a positive drug test. Okay, so it's not that they caught him guilty of substance, right? Let us hear what they detail it to be, the whereabout violation. Now, it says again, a whereabout violation is not a positive drug test, meaning if they test you and you're positive, right, as in you're guilty of drugs showing up in your system, that's not a whereabout violation. Okay, so let us hear what a whereabout violation is. So they're saying that athletes in the registered testing pool are required to regularly update their location information and make themselves available for out of competition testing. Okay, well, that's what I had thought. Some, they're not being able to know your whereabouts. Your when you should show up to take the doping test, you're not there. Okay, or anywhere near there for them to classify it as some whereabouts failure. Okay, so it says that yeah. So it says, let us read over about this paragraph here. So it says a whereabout violation is not a positive drug test. Athletes in the registered testing pool are required to regularly update their location information and make themselves available for out of competition testing. 3 missed tests and or filing failure within a 12-month period can result in suspension. Yeah, because for you miss all them testing period, like when you should be tested, like let's say they test the athlete 12 times for the year, like once every month, and he missed the whole year of testing. It would want to seem as if he's up to something, skipping out on, trying to catch the competition, but skipping out on a lot of the testing. And if you miss certain testing, that can help to allow the doping inside your body to not be detected. That is why they make sure it's important that they test often. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because if they don't test often, then they can fly below the radar of getting getting caught. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it says that McLeod has been one of Jamaica's leading field event athlete in recent years. The leading Jamaican field event athlete in recent years from 2020, representing the country on the international stage and earning a world indoor medal in Glasgow last year. The ruling means the long jumper will be sidelined from competition for the next 2 years as he served the suspension. Now, this is bad, guys. This is not good. 2 years from your prime time, out of your prime life, it's not good for Jamaica, man. And these athletes need to know the seriousness, and how dedicated they need to be. You get what I'm saying? Because this is a big embarrassment. And whether or not he wants to accept it as an embarrassment, which I think he should, so that our future athlete can be more serious about, like a lot of our younger generation and the comer ups of in his age group, they oftentimes seems to break down to the pressure of, basic trouble that we all encounter daily. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people and the newer generation, they can't seem to handle it very well. So they will crash out or they will quit, you know, or find something that, fits them more well. You know what I mean? Because it's also natural because most of them were trained to be on this path from their young, and a lot of time it's not necessarily the path that they truly desire, but they chose this path because um they were, what's the term, um probably brainwashed. They were brainwashed into becoming athletes, because you know how the schools are, like KC, they really support, they put their school first before the children, because the school will try to influence you to go down that path so that the school can benefit from the students success and their strength and their youthfulness. You know what I mean? Instead of allowing the youth to, But I don't think it's that bad, because sometimes kids don't really know what way to go. So, this is definitely a success, a early success. So I support the school pushing the kids in any positive direction, even when they're not mentally ready, because it's a learning lesson. And I speak about this all the time, saying that every choice we make, even when we make the stupidest decision, it should allow us to become more wiser and know the next time on what to do from what not to do. You know what I mean? So I'm sure he has gotten much wiser from this that he's going through. And we have a whole lot of vlog coming. The Spice Volcano. We have the Zoom J's back in dancehall with a hit song. Damn. Zoom. Zoom J is making his entry. The ladies in the asylum are plenty. Zoom. Yeah. It was him from Waterhouse. Like, he was that Vybz Cartel before Vybz Cartel, the real Vybz Cartel came along. Zoom J had that Vybz Cartel um ambiance and that character. He had that appearance that would represent the streets well. You know what I mean? Like how Cartel had the black Cartel image. And say, yeah, the streets, Jamaica for black people, you know what I mean? Even though out of many we're all one. But Jamaicans, black people are owed a lot here, and anywhere slave were carried beyond in the Caribbean. You get what I'm saying? So Zoom J was that authentic, that ideal image with the sound that represented the streets perfectly. But he just disappeared off the map, and we saw him came back like in 2010 after his discharge from the army in America. Or he was on vacation, but he definitely participated fighting for the country of America, joined the army, and he's blessed to be alive. I think he was in Afghanistan in the early 2000s. And it's just amazing. We're glad to see him. And this is a choice I think he made that he shouldn't have made, you know what I mean? Because of why I think he shouldn't have made that choice, but it should be such a great learning experience, and that's why life can never be wasted. Life is not like money. Life is way better than money, and life isn't like money. Nothing you can waste, because even when people who are doing all the wrong things with their life, they a lot of time become that thing that inspire many, that many people are willing to hear, sit and listen, because of all the wrong choices that they made, but yet still they still manage to arise from it and become some of the best people here on earth. So shout out to Zoom J, shout out to Kiri McLeod and all our athletes, all our artists, entertainers, celebrities, media personalities. I'm saying? Everybody, even you, the viewers, subscribers, the likers, the commenters, everyone. I'm saying? It's all peace, all love. Mwah. I'm out. Yeah, catch you around in the other vlogs. Stay tuned.